This is Alone Again. I wanted to present another book to you. This is one of my favorites. It's called The Great Fuzz Frenzy, and it's written by Janet Stevens and Susan Stevens Crummell. And in here, which I always call the tease page, we have a dog, and this dog's name is Violet. And if you notice, Violet has a tennis ball in her mouth. Now, you know what a tennis ball is, and I know what a tennis ball is. But these prairie dogs, these are prairie dogs, and they live in these holes here. They do not know what a tennis ball is. So Violet puts her head down one of the holes here. And you notice she still has the ball in her mouth. Now, she's not going down the hole. She's too big, but she's just putting her head down the hole. And on the next page, these tiny words up here, it says, Violet, no. And Violet says, woof. Well, when she says woof, the ball drops down the hole. Now you can look at Violet's face in this next picture. Violet looks very perplexed, which is a silly word that means confused. You can see it in her eyes. She's like, like, where'd the ball go? So this is above the ground, and Violet is being led away by her owner. And this is the tunnels where the prairie dog lives. Now I have some words to read here. It says, down it went, boink, boink. And then the prairie dogs are afraid because remember, they don't know what a ball is. Run for your life. Thump, thump. And I get to open this page and it says, watch out below. Rumble, rumble. Help, help, help. And you can see all the prairie dogs scurrying for safety. It's kind of silly because you know the ball is not going to hurt them, but they don't know that. And then it goes plunk. There it sat perfectly still. The prairie dogs waited perfectly still. And they're just watching it to see what it will do. Nobody moves. Slowly they crept out, inch by inch, dog by dog. What is it? A thing. A good thing or a bad thing? It's a round thing. It's a strange thing. It's a scary thing. What should we do? And this one says, don't touch it. Is it alive? And this one goes, shh. And you notice the person over, not the person, but the prairie dog over there standing there with his arms folded. He's going to be part of the story. Stand back, boomed a voice. That's him. You act like gutless groundhogs, afraid of your own shadow. He talks very rudely. He does that all the time. Oh no, it's Big Bark. Big Mouth is more like it. He's the meanest dog around. I thought he left town. Big Bark says, well, I'm back. Get out of my way. Let me have a look. Oh, so rude and nasty. No way to talk to other people or other animals. But before anyone could move, little Pipsqueak raced past Big Bark, reached out and poked the big round thing. No, the crowd yelled. I want you to join on this story. I want to hear you say, no. So when I put my hand up, we go, no. It's Fuzzy, says Pip. Oh, the crowd gasped. Let's go, oh, do it with me. Oh. A tiny piece of fuzz was caught in Pip's claw. She looked at it and she turned it. She sniffed it. Then she put it up to her head. Look at me. So she has it on top of her head right there. Kind of like this stuff here. Ah, the crowd sighed. Say it with me. Ah, ah. Quit hamming it up, you half-pint hamster, snarled Big Bark. I'm in charge. You see him shouting there? No way to talk to anyone. But these prairie dogs didn't listen. They had to have Fuzz. I like it. Me too. I want some, do you? Oh, yes, so do I. So do I. So do I. So do they. Big Bark, move over and get out of our way. They charged past him and they grabbed at the fuzz. You can see they're pulling it with their claws. The prairie dogs pulled it. They puffed it. They stretched it. They fluffed it. They tugged it. They twirled it. They spiked it. They swirled it. They fuzzed their ears, their heads, their noses. They fuzzed their feet, their tails, their toeses. You can see this one has like slippers. This one has like earmuffs. This one kind of has like a hat. They're trying it on all parts of their body. Big Bark was beside himself. He says, "Listen to me, you ridiculous rodent. Stop this fuzzy foolishness." But those prairie dogs didn't listen. They were busy being hot dogs and silly dogs and corny dogs and frilly dogs, top dogs and funny dogs and super dogs and bunny dogs. Big Bark again says, "You're all nuts, you squirrely fuzz freaks." Yelled Big Bark, storming off. So he's had it. He calls them fuzz freaks. This one has like glasses on and a cape. This one has ears. That one has a flag. This one has like a tutu on. They're having a good time. Because there was fuzz available, the news spread from hole to hole, burrow to burrow, town to town, and more prairie dogs came down. They came from everywhere to find some fuzz, and everybody took some. They're coming from other burrows. They twisted it, they braided it, they danced and paraded it. It was a fuzz frenzy, a fuzz fiesta, a fuzz fandangle. The whole prairie was abuzz about fuzz. Can you say fuzz frenzy with me? Fuzz frenzy. A fuzz fiesta. Fuzz fandangle. It's just kind of silly words. They picked and they pruned and they pulled and they pinched and they pinched and they pulled and they pruned and they picked until the fuzz ran out. There's no more on here. That big round thing was fuzzless. Some prairie dogs got some of the fuzz. Some got a lot, some got a little, some didn't get any at all, and they were mad. "Give me that fuzz." "Why?" "Because it's my fuzz." "Well, it was." "Get that fuzz, get that fuzz." So they're starting to pull. See this one pulling on there? They're pulling it away from each other. They were pulling and grabbing and swiping and nabbing and poking and jabbing. It was war. War between the fuzzes and the fuzz knots. Their peaceful town was a battleground. It was a fuzz fight. It was a fuzz feud. It was a fuzz fiasco. That's another silly word, fiasco. You could see all this going on here. "I started this," moaned Pipsqueak. "I have to do something. Everyone stop fighting." He's feeling bad. Everybody's fighting. But those prairie dogs didn't listen. The battle raged on, friend against friend, cousin against cousin, dog against dog, until no one was left standing. They were pooped. They were fuzzed out. They fell down fast asleep. Everyone asleep at one time. They needed a nap. Hours later, the prairie dogs began to stir. "Uh-oh, where's the fuzz? I don't know. Where'd it go?" "Someone has stolen our fuzz!" cried Pipsqueak. "Who did? He did, she did, you did." They're accusing each other again of taking the fuzz. "Look at that. Who is that?" "I did," barked a voice from above. "I stole the fuzz." The prairie dogs froze. Then they raced up the long tunnel. There stood Big Bark, covered with fuzz from his head to his tail. "I'm king of the fuzz," he snarled. "Do you hear me? I'm king of the..." Everything went black. Swoop! The sky went black. And I want you to think, what could this be here? You can see a little bit of white over here, and you can see some black there. Think about, what do you think could happen? He's standing up there. Let's turn the page and see if you find... What happened? Where's Big Bark? Look! There he was, high above their heads, dangling from the talons of an eagle. This is an eagle bird, and the talons are his claws there. And they're very sharp. "No more Big Bark," the crowd shouted. "Yay!" "Don't yay! He's one of us," yelled Pip. "No, we have to save him. How would you like to be an eagle's lunch?" "No!" the crowd yelled. Say it with me. No! Big Bark. "Wiggle free," the prairie dog shouted. "Shake loose. Hurry! We'll catch you." Big Bark twisted And he turned and he squirmed and he's around. And finally he was free of the fuzz. Yay! The crowd cheered. Say it with me. Yay! Big Bark fell faster and faster. No! The parent dogs started to scatter because they didn't want to get bumped into by Big Bark. But little Pipsqueak said, get back here, quick! Make a circle, hold out your paws. They ran left, they ran right, then left, and then plop! There's Big Bark in the middle of it. They caught him all together. They worked together. You saved me, Big Bark cried, but I stole your fuzz. Now it's gone forever. Good, said Pipsqueak. Fuzz is trouble, right? Yay! The crowd cheered, and friend hugged friend, cousin hugged cousin, dog hugged dog. We don't need Fuzz, said Pip. But with the eagle around, we do need a watchdog with a big... Who's going to be their watchdog? There he is, Big Bark with a big bark. Big Bark roared up on his hind legs. Eagle's back. Bark! This is not a test. Bark! All dogs below, bark! So when the eagle came around, he has a big loud mouth and he can tell everybody it's time to go down. So they're racing down their tunnel again. So they're all the way down in their tunnel. Down, down, down the tunnel. Shoo, we made it. We're safe. 3 cheers for Big Bark, the best watchdog ever. Yip, yip, yay! Yip, yip, yay! Yip, yip, yay! Just doing my job, Big Bark smiled. Are we ever getting tangled up with that Fuzz again? Cried Pipsqueak. No, the crowd yelled. No more Fuzz! No more Fuzz! And from that day forward, the prairie dogs lived happily and fuzzlessly ever after. So no more fighting. Now we see Violet coming along with another ball. But I think they learned their lesson. I don't think they're going to fight this time if she drops it down there. I want you to all stay safe. Make sure you hug your family. And know that I am missing you so much. Cannot wait to see you again. Bye.